So my daughter came to ask me, Mom, if Adam and Eve were the first to be created by God, then who created God? God's mom. And of course, that's like an age old question when it comes to God, like the beginning of God. But usually when I think about this, my brain explodes. Okay. And like I just become very overwhelmed by the thought of God having no beginning, no ending, and no creation, right? But today, as I was explaining it to her, I thought about it in a different way. I thought about her character on Roblox. And I said, okay, so imagine that you are your character in your video game in Roblox. You're your avatar. Okay. In your game, you have the beginning of your game, the end of your game. You go play a new game. You go on different adventures, whatever, whatever. Okay. So your avatar in your game sees beginning and end. It sees start and finish, moving from one thing to the next. But you outside of your game, if your avatar knew that you existed, they would see you already being this great produced thing, entity, when their day is just a fraction of the time that you have life, right? Your avatar, its time works differently than your time. And I told her this was an idea, a thought. This is just what I'm thinking today. But what if God was like that? Like we say, oh yeah, God has no, and I don't mean he, she, it, universe, whatever you choose to say. But what if it's really not, there is no beginning, there's no ending? It just feels that way because of the way that we view time and existence, like it, the beginning and the ending, like in our mind, the way that we conceptualize it, you know. But as far as something outside of ourselves, and I know that we are all God, like out, apart from that, being in the paradox of being God and still being separate, and God being greater, not us, not limiting God, universe, source, okay, that doesn't negate a point of existence, a point of reference, even though for us, in our mind, in our view, in our perspective, from our perspective, seeing point A to point B, that doesn't mean that God can have a point A. It just may not work like our point A. Does that make sense?